Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Yeah, we're going to continue doing this for a little bit longer. I'll try mixing in like some steamed episodes and stuff, but basically this is a pretty difficult week for me because we're just coming off of a vacation. I did spring break with my wife. And I'm a little low on time, so I'm going to pick up something that I'm pretty good at that's easy for me to record, and that would be Plague Inc. The Grey Goo was requested by Zombies Rock. Grey Goo is a hypothetical end-of-the-world scenario involving molecular nanotechnology in which out-of-control, self-replicating robots consume all biomass on Earth while building more of themselves. A scenario that has been called, I guess, psychophagy? I guess? I don't know. Take control of the out-of-control, self-replicating robots. Destroy everything. Praise Pravus and may his blessings guide you on their way. Okay, so this is a necrovirus, interestingly enough. I was expecting the nanovirus, but okay, if this allows me to take control of hordes of Grey Goo instead of zombies and move the mass to different countries, that makes a lot of sense. I can go with that. Metabolic Jump, Darwinist, Aquacycloid Hemophile, and Dopamine Inhibitor should be just fine. Von Neumann, I don't get to control the difficulty mode at all. Alright, take control of the robots. We're going to start in Saudi Arabia as we usually do. Now, I don't think this is going to be based off of the Grey Goo video game, which has been showcased on this channel once before. The term Grey Goo existed long before that video game did. It actually is like a sci-fi end-of-the-world concept. For transmissions, we have the Zoonotic Shifts. We have air, water, and blood. Admittedly, it's not what I expected. I thought that we would get like transmission from like devouring biomass, but it looks like we just travel on particles and stuff. Okay, symptoms. Insomnia, nausea, and rash. Again, wait, we're just making people sick? I thought we were devouring biomass. Now we're just sickening people. Okay, well, let's see. Heat resistance, cold resistance, drug resistance. Code fragment interception. Hack fragments of cure broadcast and disrupt signal, slowing the future broadcast. Radical element stabilized. Increased time before cure broadcast is effective. I think this is the one that is like a genetic reshuffle and resets the cure, and this one slows it down. We're going to go ahead and pick up some of that. Code chunk interception, slowing its progress by a huge amount. Doesn't say that it's an overload, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. So we'll spend all of our points slowing down the cure as much as we can. Yeah, so far at no point is this at all what I was expecting. Apparently these are very cheap to start off with, and we got like a lot of points for some reason at the very beginning of the game. So yeah, we'll pick up some extra air and water transmission right off the bat. Why not? And they're working on the cure. So wait a minute. This is a necrovirus, but it's playing so far like a nanovirus. Well, I assume at some point we're going to be able to we're going to like unleash the goo and start getting abilities. At least I really hope that we are. It'd be very disappointing if we don't. But so far I haven't seen any evidence that we're actually going to control the goo and devour biomass. So far it's just make people sick, which is a normal disease. We're going to go for the rash. Probably the insomnia and paranoia. Those slow down the cure a bit. And by a bit, I mean a little tiny itty-witty bit. Do I want to go for cognitive scrambling, or do I want to go... I assume this is going to lead to skin lesions. Yeah. Skin lesions are extremely infective. We're just going to have to try for that. So far, not having a lot of luck in terms of DNA, though. Okay, now we're starting to get around. Let's pick up the skin lesions. Probably don't want to go for too much more severity, or else I'm not going to be able to get into Greenland. That is still a problem for me. Let's go for a radical element stabilized, a couple levels of cold resistance, some drug resistance. Try to spread as fast as we can in Europe. I may have to go for the Zoonotic Shift to unlock a few other options, because so far, blood does not seem quite strong enough. E-Axis shuts down popular online sci-fi action RPG. AAA gaming company E-Axis shuts down a popular online-only sci-fi action RPG for financial reasons. Paranoid video game modder attempts to import the game's assets to the game's single-player counterpart. What's E-Axis? Hang on, stand by. I'm going to look this up. E-Axis. Nope. It appears to be... I have no idea what any of this is. It has something to do with the Unreal Engine? Need a replacement E-Axis? Nope, I have no idea what any of that is. Okay, well, we're just going to move on then and pretend that we had some clue what was happening. I lie. I have no idea what's happening. Delirium. Fatal. No. We're going to go for the mania. Nah, that's a lot of severity. I'm a little afraid. All right, let's go for the Zoonotic Shift. We have bats, dogs, livestock, rodents, insects, and birds. I'm going to go for the bats, level 1. That's a good amount of infectivity for a very cheap cost. And then we're going to go for livestock to start spreading faster in places like Russia. Need to get a boat to Greenland ASAP, because this is going to be a fast-paced scenario. Go for livestock level 2. Boop, doop, 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 doop. So we're going to spread a lot faster in Africa as well as a result. Do I want to go for some dogs? Let's go for rodents instead. A little bit of urban transmission spread faster in Europe will not hurt. Confusion mutates. That's a fine thing to mutate. Slow down the cure a little bit more. Sitting on a good amount of DNA right here. Would love to go for things like necrosis. Can't at the moment. Insects, birds, dogs. I think we're going to go for more livestock. Come on, Russia. Spread fast. Get a boat out there. What about you, Norway? You're urban. Nausea mutates. That's probably fine. Please don't close down all your boats. Get a boat out to Greenland. Is there anything involving the zombie plague itself? Because so far I haven't seen any evidence that we can get zombies. Cognitive shift. It's a pretty good amount of infectivity. All right, we'll pick that up. That's not a lot of severity. I'll pick that up. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. That's way too much. Okay. Well, I'm getting as much infectivity in Russia as I can. Please send a boat. There's cognitive scrambling. Send the boat now. Send the boat now. Oh, gosh, dang it. Just do the thing. Comas. Goody. Slow down the cure even faster. Ah! Fine. Encryption breached. We can go for a decryption overload, and there goes the port. Come on, Norway, send a boat to Greenland. Is anyone going to do anything I ask you to? And there goes that. Okay, so if there is no way to actually get zombies to move around, then we're screwed, is what it comes down to. The kill switch, stasis. Reduce future cure broadcast effectiveness. Sounds good and all, but I don't see how that's going to do anything for me. Acute encephalitis. I'll go for the necrosis and the encephalitis so we can start killing people so I can start getting DNA. Because I'm going to need a lot more if I want to have a chance at anything right now. The inability of getting into Greenland is obviously going to be a huge problem. How can this be a necrovirus? What was the point of making it a necrovirus if you're not going to give the the nanobots the ability to travel around? I assumed I knew where the author was going with this, and apparently I was very wrong. Also, we are getting basically no DNA from killing. That's unexpected. Really? No DNA from killing. None. Well, then this is just stupid. Wait a minute. How is this going to work for me? So we can't actually go and infect Greenland. I can't control the hordes. There's no reason for it to be a necrovirus. We're not getting any DNA from killing people, which basically means we run out of gas extremely early. I'm very confused about this scenario. I must be missing something. I'm not sure what. What's this? Amalgamation. Formation of complex neural structures enables nanobots to fully amalgamate human corpses, forcing them to... Oh, there we go! Aggressively seek biomass to assimilate. Okay, I was missing something. Humanity abandons the cure. So now the gray goo is out and zombifying what few people remain, but I still am not going to have any DNA to speak of. So I didn't actually have to worry about the cure pretty much at all. How did this unlock? Did I miss it? Fully amalgamate human corpses, force them to aggressively seek fresh biomass to assimilate. Well, the good news is now I actually can get some DNA, and by some, I mean like a lot of DNA. So we'll just go ahead and casually grab all of this. The zombies are going to start starving to death, so I need to figure out what to do with them. Let's see. For abilities, we do have Amalgam Command Core A. Formation of primitive hive mind allows amalgams to travel to new countries. Perfect. That's what I was looking for. Canada, go to Greenland. So wait, that's it. Now we're going to win. Right? Amalgam Command Core B. Infected corpses to amalgamate at will, so we can start getting extra zombies. C. Drastically improves their success rates. So wait, the kill switch stuff, and this is completely useless then if they're just going to abandon the cure once we get to this point. Again, I have no idea how we unlocked that. Unless ZCOM sets up, I'm not even sure that we care about any of this. I guess we'll go for cannibalism. Social cohesion. Traps. Combat advantage. Temporal lobe manipulation. Corpse feeder. Increasing infectivity when corpses are present. Yes. Wait, I spent all my DNA. I didn't mean to do that. Get some more zombies up from Canada. I wish there was a mass click button, because this is just annoying. Zombies have destroyed Spain amongst many other places. Okay. So we're going to win, but it turns out, and there's the Z-Com, that we basically won the scenario before we even were able to get to the point of using the gray goo. Also, what does cranial elephantitis have to do with gray goo? Bone dysplasia, epidermal digestion, therianthropy, sorry. Weapon creation, that makes sense. Yeah, like I like the idea of amalgams and stuff. That's fine. But I think I was expecting... We actually might lose right now. We are, like, not traveling across the water at all. Wait a minute. Horde size? Oh, gosh dang it. I think we were going to have to do... Are they even moving? I can't even tell. I think they're stuck. Did we bug? Or are they actually that slow? Oh, gosh, dang it! Okay, we're going to reset after all. Yeah, okay. I like the idea of the amalgams. I'm not sure why the author desires to hold on to some of the zombie-specific symptoms, because if they had a skeleton and stuff, that makes a lot of sense. If we are a replicating nanobot, not a lot. Probably make more sense for the nanobots to, like, I don't know, form themselves into weapons or tanks or other things to better fight so-and-so. That sort of thing would make more sense. All right, we're going to reboot because apparently these guys are just stuck. I'll bet you anything I needed to use my points to get over here to Horde mentality and pick up something that lets me travel over the water. Just guessing that that's what happened. So I'll be right back. All right, so this time around, I didn't even get to the stage of being able to amalgamate the biomass. Or nanobots. We managed to get into Greenland kind of early on, and I've just played it like a regular disease with really no problems. I can't say that it makes a lot of sense to me. I'm not sure how I unlocked this in the first place. Maybe the cure has to get to 100%. Like, once the cure gets to 100%, we can't spread like a disease. That's when the nanobots adapt and say, well, we better start congealing into amalgams so we can find more biomass. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen. Maybe I'm supposed to lose. But if that's the case, hasn't happened, seemed to be completely fine. Author, I would recommend you include some sort of a tip at the very beginning to help make sure that people understand how they are supposed to actually play the scenario, because after playing it through like 3 times now, it's not abundantly clear to me how I'm supposed to play this. I'm not sure how I unlocked that the first time. Really no idea, and it's just luck at that point as to whether or not you get into Greenland, which is generally not that exciting for pretty much anybody. Let's go for the acute encephalitis and just kind of speed things up a little bit here. Yeah. I also feel like there's a bit of a missed opportunity from a thematic standpoint. Like, we got a slight glimpse, right, of the amalgams and what they're able to do. And once you get to that point, this actually does become a pretty fun scenario. I like the idea of playing it like a necrovirus. But some of those symptoms, like elephantitis, probably don't make a lot of sense. There's a lot of different ways that you can increase the severity of nanobots so they are more effective at spreading across the biomass and more effective at fighting Z-Com. There's a lot of different things you could do there, and I feel like that was a bit of a missed opportunity right there. As far as the transporting across the ocean, I'm assuming that I'm correct, and if I went for Horde travel speed. You may want to warn people at that point, though. I have no idea. But yeah, you can play it like a regular disease and not involve the nanobots at all, and you can still win. Maybe there's something to be said about rebalancing it? I'm not sure. I think it has a lot of potential. The idea for Grey Goo is fantastic for a scenario. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. Execution here, I think, could use a little bit of work. Just to make it more thematically appropriate and also kind of speed it up. If the desire is to get to a point where you're actually getting cured, so you have to start amalgamating, then don't make it possible to beat the cure. Give us a little time to spread across the world, but like, make that clear in some way. Make it faster to get that to happen. I still don't know how I triggered amalgamating, and you really need to know that. 503 days, 52% cure progress, 46,051 points, 2 stars. I'll say yes, because if I play it as a regular disease type, it's actually a really aggressive nanovirus right now, which is good. But yeah, I think I just missed the point of this, and I feel like an idiot. But if I miss the point, then maybe that just means it needs to be reworked a little bit. I can't decide. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.